Hi all, welcome to the Daily Current Affairs by Neo IAS. So today on 17th June 2019, we are going to discuss the topics Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana, then Financial Action Task Force, that is FATF, then South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, that is SAARC, then Acute Encephalitis Syndrome AES, and MAP Beta Program and Prelims Question Revision Series. So coming to our first topic, that is Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. So actually the news is that the BPPA means Bureau of Pharma PSUs of India, actually they implements the Center Flagship Affordable Medicine Scheme known as PMBjp. So this BPPA, actually they found that 25 batches of drugs of 18 pharmaceutical companies are to be substandard quality since January 2018. So this is the news. So we know that this PMBjp, actually it is a campaign which provide quality medicines actually at an affordable prices to the masses through the special kendras which are known as Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendra. Okay, so the thing is that this PMBjp actually its stores, they have been set up to provide this generic drugs at a lesser price, and also but the thing is that they are equivalent in quality and efficiency as that of the expensive branded drugs. Okay, that is actually its peculiarity. And it was launched by the Department of Pharmaceuticals in November 2008 under the name Jan Aushadhi campaign. And this BPPA under the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, it is the implementation agency for this PMBjp. Okay, so next we can see who are eligible to open a PMBjp centers. So any state governments in government hospitals or even any government agencies in any of the government buildings or any NGOs, then even a doctor at outside of the hospital premises or individual entrepreneurs, they are actually eligible to open this PMBjp centers. And another thing is that financial incentives are also being provided for opening this Jan Aushadhi Kendras. Okay. Then, let's see what are these generic drugs. So, these generic drugs, we know that they are unbranded medicines, but the thing is that they are equally safe and also they are having the same efficacy as that of the branded medicine in terms of its therapeutic value. So, the main thing is that the prices of these generic medicines, they are much cheaper than their branded equivalent. So, that is the important thing. Okay, that's all. Coming to our second topic, that is FATF, that is Financial Action Task Force. So the news is that the Pakistan, it has failed to complete 25 of the 27 action points which are given by the International Terror Financing Watchdog, that is this FATF, in order to check the funding of terrorist groups. Okay, it is the news. So the thing is that this Pakistan, it was actually placed on this FATF grey list. That means the grey list for terror financing in June 2018 on a proposal which was actually it was moved by the US, UK, Germany and even France. Okay, so this Pakistan, actually it requires a votes of at least 15 of this FATF 36 voting members in order to move out of this grey list. So as a whole, we can say that to prevent a blacklisting, it needs 3 votes. Okay, that is about the news. Then about this FATF, this Financial Action Task Force, it is an intergovernmental body whose purpose or whose main purpose is to combat money laundering and terrorist financing. Clear? And its main function is to develop necessary policy to bring about national legislative and also regulatory reforms in these areas. And in that sense, we can say that it's mainly a policy making body, and it was established by the G7 summit that was held in Paris in 1989 in order to examine and also to develop measures to combat money laundering. Okay. So, the thing is that in October 2001, this FATF, it expanded its mandate in order to incorporate efforts to combat terrorist financing in addition to money laundering. Okay. So, the FATF Secretariat, it is housed at the OECD headquarters in Paris. Then, so its main objectives. So, its main objective is to set standards and also to take measures for combating money laundering, then terrorist financing, and also other related threats to the integrity of the international financial system. And another thing is that actually they monitor the progress of its members in implementing necessary measures, and in collaboration with other international stakeholders, this FATF, they work to identify the national level vulnerables within the aim of protecting the international financial system from its misuse. Okay, these are its main objectives. Then, talking about its members, we know that as of 2018, this FATF, it consists of 36 member jurisdictions, including India, and then 2 regional organizations, that is the European Commission and Gulf Cooperation Council. Okay, these are its members. And next I will explain 40+9 recommendation, and what is this grey list and black list. So, this 40+9 recommendation means this the FATF's primary policies, they are primary policies issued, they are the 40 recommendations on money laundering from 1990 and the 9 special recommendations on terrorism financing. So, these together they are called as 40+9, that is 40+9 recommendations. Clear? Then, about this grey list. This grey list actually it is a classification that is used by this FATF for its effectiveness to deal with the terrorists and its facilitators. Then, these countries, they will be subjected to direct monitoring and intense scrutiny by the International Cooperation Review Group on Terror Financing, and they will its main functions, that is, it will also suspend international funds and aid to listed countries. Okay, and we can say that it will squeeze the listed countries' economy, and also it will help to make it harder to make it mounting foreign finance needs, that is including the potential future borrowings from the IMF. Clear? That's about this grey list. Then this black list, there is this FATF in 2000, it actually issued a list of non-cooperative countries or territories, that is NCCTS. So, commonly they are called as the FATF blacklist, and actually it lists the countries which it judges to be the non-cooperative in its global fight, that is against money laundering and terrorist financing. That is this blacklist. Clear? Then our next topic, that is SAARC. So, the news is that the Bhutan Prime Minister, he said that it is too early to call off the SAARC and say that it isn't relevant or viable. That is said by this Bhutan Prime Minister. That is the news. So, we know that the SAARC, it's a regional intergovernmental organization and geopolitical union of 8 states in South Asia. So, these 8 states, they are it includes Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, then Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. So, we know that the main objective of the SAARC is to promote the welfare of the peoples of South Asia and also to accelerate its economic growth. Okay. So, they also aim to promote the collective self-reliance among the countries of South Asia and also contribute to the mutual trust and also assistance. So the SAARC, it was founded by the 7 states in Dhaka on 8th December 1985, and this Afghanistan, it joined the SAARC as its 8th member, its 8th member state in April 2007, and its secretariat, it is based in Kathmandu in Nepal. Our next topic, that is acute encephalitis syndrome, that is AES. So the news is that the death toll due to this AES, it has risen to 83 in Bihar. This is the news. So we know that this acute encephalitis syndrome, it includes this Japanese encephalitis, that is short form, that is JE. Actually, it is a group of clinically similar neurological manifestation, and they are mainly caused by several or different types of virus, bacteria, fungus, parasites, etc. Or in some cases, it can even be caused by some chemicals or even toxins. And this Japanese encephalitis virus, it is the major cause for this AES. That is basically in India. This Japanese encephalitis virus, it is a major cause for this AES. And we know that it predominantly affects the population below 15 years, and there is a, we can say that there is a seasonal as well as a geographical variation in the causative organisms. That is, this JEV, it has its endemic zones running along the Gangetic plains, that is including Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam and parts of Tamil Nadu. And in India, this AES actually outbreaks in North and Eastern India, and it has been linked to children who are eating this unripe lychee fruit, especially on empty stomach. So the thing is that this unripe lychee fruit, it contains a toxin called hypoglycin A and also methyl methylene cyclopropyl glycine. Okay, that is MCPG. Actually, this toxin, they will cause us vomiting if it is if it get ingested in large quantities. So that is one reason. Okay, and we know that its main signs and symptoms, it includes. So the main typical thing is that it affects the CNS, that is central nervous system, mostly in children and young adults. And it starts with high fever, then neurological, then main thing is that it hampers the neurological function, and it also causes mental disorientation, seizure, confusion, etc. And the main outbreaking season is between June to October, and it is characterized by acute onset of fever and clinical neurological manifestation, that mainly it includes mental confusion, then delirium, coma, etc. And sometimes vomiting, nausea and even unconsciousness are also noted. These are its typical signs and symptoms. So today in MapReader program, we will be dealing with the second part of coastal plains in India. So the first one, Utkal coastal plain, it is spread from deltaic plains of Ganga to Mahanadi Delta. So famous Chilika Lake, it is located in this plain. And next is Andhra coastal plain. So it is spread from southern limit of Utkal plains to Pulikat Lake. So it contains the deltas of Godavari, Krishna river and famous Kolleru Lake. And next is northern circus. So this northern circus, it basically Utkal coast and Andhra coast, they combine to form this northern circus, and it is located between Mahanadi and Krishna. And next is Coromandel coast, it is spread from the northern Chennai to Kanyakumari in south, and it contains the deltaic plains of Kaveri, and it is called as the pride of South India. And next one is Gujarat plains, and it lies between the Western Ghats and Arabian Sea from the Gulf of Kutch and Gulf of Kambat. And it is located on the either side of Kathiawar Peninsula, and it is known as the Gujarat Plains. Okay. So in this diagram, you can see the Utkal coast, Andhra coast and Coromandel coast. And I've got one more diagram here. You can see the Gujarat Plains. Okay. Then in prelims question revision series, today our question is, what is the greenhouse gas protocol? Our options are, it's an international accounting tool for government and business leaders to understand, quantify and manage greenhouse gas emissions. Then B, it is an initiative of the United Nations to offer financial incentive to developing countries in order to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions and also to adopt eco-friendly technologies. Then C, it's an intergovernmental agreement that is ratified by all the member countries of the United Nations to reduce greenhouse gas emission to specified levels by the year 2022. And D, it is one of the multilateral REDD plus initiative that is hosted by the World Bank. So these are the options. So actually, what is the greenhouse gas protocol? This greenhouse gas protocol is developed by the WRI, that is World Resource Institute, and World Business Council on Sustainable Development. And the thing is that they sets the global standard for how to measure, then manage, and also to report the greenhouse gas emissions. So the thing is that many companies and organizations around the world, they are using this GHG protocol or their standards in order to basically to manage their emission and also to become more efficient, etc. Okay. So, so it's clear that option A is the right answer. So it is an international accounting tool for government and business leaders to understand, quantify and manage greenhouse gas emission. So our answer is A. Okay. So that's all for today's session. Then if you have any doubts, please comment it in below. And you can also download the material from the link given below. Thank you for listening.